the first thing we'll be looking at is how we introduce a young dog or a pup to stock. We'll look at the setup and making sure that that's conducive to learning, that things are right there. We'll make sure we've got a good lead that's not hurting our hand and that there's a bit of distance, probably about 1.8 metres or 6 foot long, so that we've got good control of the pup initially. We'll look at our stock. Are they too flighty? How many do we have? I prefer to start with 3, but when you're starting to break stock in, sometimes you're better off. We're not trying to conquer the world in one day. We're not trying to get everything across in one training session. So this training session is going to be no more than 3 minutes, and we're just going to, all we're going to try and do is make an enjoyable experience for the dog and hopefully get the dog so it's starting to realise that I'm here and that I'm a focal point and that it's got a reference to me, what we call balancing the dog up. So what I need to do that is a body extension. I don't want to say no at all. In fact, at my clinics I have what we call the Bundy rule, and that is we have a drink here called Bundaberg rum, and if you say no or to your dog on the first day of the school, you've got to buy me a can of rum. So that's how I actually make my living out of rum cans. So a lot of people actually teach their dogs to do exactly what they don't want to do by acknowledging bad behaviour, and that acknowledgement is actually reward for the poor behaviour that we don't want. So I'm just going to ignore what I don't want and reward what I do want. Okay. So now we've got a nice, now I've got to look at the situation. How do I set myself up for success? Now you'll notice how at no time I'm pushing the dog with the rake. I'm just saying this is no longer an option for you. Okay, so the dog will make consideration. This is no longer an option for you, dog. Okay, I'll go the other way. So I'm tricking the dog into doing what I want it to do without realising. All I want to do is get the pup working in the right mode and the right frame of mind and imprinting that behaviour early, and then I can let this. Okay. So as you can see, I'm not making the dog do anything, I'm letting it do what I want. So I've got a saying, can't make, must make want. You must find a way of getting the dog to want to do what you want to do. So now I want it to stop, so it's